Alright guys, so welcome to Neo's Workshop. I'm gonna be going over my runs from today. My 3 runs on my main account were real easy, so I'll just play those at the end. But the 3 on my alt account were actually more interesting, so unfortunately I did get a 1 disconnect loss, and then I played against someone who was a little wailed out in comparison to my alt account. So I got 2 losses, but no big deal. We got 3 wins, So this week we had a lot of superheroes in our deck, which is always awesome to play. I like the superhero genre a lot, so I did notice early on, like always, I always value the ranged units, the Wonder Tweak, the Minberry Crunch, and Timmy, which we unfortunately didn't get to level 6, even though it was supposed to be level 6, but no big deal. We were able to make it work. So. But most importantly, I definitely noticed, do not take for granted all the ranged units. They did a lot of damage. The Tweak especially is very useful with his Warcry, and he hits pretty damn hard for a ranged unit. So does Timmy, and Minberry Crunch. I mean, his ability is pretty brutal. So I don't think it's this one, but in one of the games was when I realized that, because the ranged units were just shitting on me. So we'll see that. Had a pretty good exchange there. Made the got the bar. And again, you saw how I used the Tweak, especially when he played the rats. I just got rid of the rats instantly with the Tweak. So I tried keeping that Tweak in my pocket a few times just to make sure that I used his Warcry as best as possible. So yeah, at this point we reset the field. He was definitely behind on energy there, so he's definitely not going to come back from this. I was about to use Tweak again, but no problem. Didn't have to. And then here I just made sure I played the hamsters, and just make it where he just can't defend past that move. So just a quick little tip here: whenever you have this situation where your ranged units are in the middle, just make sure you play something. Usually an assassin will make it work. So he has to defend against one of the 2 targets, and he chose the hamsters, and he still lost. If he chooses to play something to defend against the ranged units, the hamsters will take the bar. So just kind of an unwinnable situation you can put your opponent in. Alright, so game 1, easy win. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so game 2. This is probably the funnest one, because the guy tried talking shit. So, and then I beat him. But anyways, tried starting it slow with the tank. Is always a good thing. Even though his Kun is higher than mine. I think mine's not even 4 yet. I think it's like halfway to 3 or something like that. So try to give some backup. It's not looking too good though. But then he played his Minberry, so I was like, alright, cool. Used the same tactic with the Tweak and the fast pass. But again, the level differences and the fact that I underestimated his Minberry because it was a level 2, it's putting me in a bad spot here. So he keeps pushing. And I just keep hesitating here with the cards. I should have played the hamsters there. Then I played these rats, which I thought was a bad idea, but they survived his wave, so not too bad. So I was able to survive that. I figured he's actually a bad player, so I'll be able to win this. So I just need to get my shit together, because again, the ranged units, I underestimated the Minberry, and that almost cost me the bar there. So then I decided to keep the Timmy alive. Use the hamsters as distractions so they can put some damage down the range. And I'm able to win that exchange. For whatever reason, he uses poison, and then, I mean, that wasn't going to do anything. So take that bar, and I still have some energy to spare. Then he starts talking trash. So I let the field just reset. And we're starting again with the coons. So another quick tip, every time when you reset the field, especially like in a situation like this where I'm leading by 1 bar, let your opponent's units get to your side as much as possible. It increases the odds of you winning the exchange. Just in order to be able to build a charge and come back. So, but here again, I underestimated the mid-berry crunch and the damage that he could put out. And he's able to actually make it to my side. And the Coon, I think, played the biggest role there, even though his Coon is not max 4. But it definitely helped him a lot. So, yeah, I try to stop him from getting to sudden death here, but I'm unable to. And so he gets a little cocky. But he had 2 units there, and then he completely overextended himself by playing the poison. It was unnecessary in my opinion, so I definitely played against him. So he just keeps talking trash. Anyways, so I tried letting the field reset again. I gave up the Timmy. I tried to use the Timmy to put out as much damage as possible, but I'm still letting the field reset. So at this point I already learned my lesson. I need to take care of those ranged units, and I have some ranged units of my own already in my hand, so I'm gonna make sure that I play those ranged units properly, and I don't give him the exchange. So that's exactly what I did. And then he's already getting desperate, and bam. So like I said, in that game I learned my lesson to not underestimate the ranged units, especially the mid-berry crunch, even if it's a low level. Okay, so good game number 2. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so last game, definitely the easiest one. As soon as I saw his elo, I was pretty sure that was gonna be a easy game. So on my alt account, I'm already, like at this point in the season, I'm able to get a 7,000 relatively easily. I get some whales every once in a while, or some like level 22 or 23 new kids. So, but anyways, the 6,300 elo was gonna be pretty easy. So, but anyways, again, trying to use the tweak and the mid-berry crunch as efficiently as possible together. So that combo just completely, decimated all his units. I thought that was funny. That Butters just completely takes one to the face, and they weren't even aiming from. But anyways, yeah, this guy can't do anything. But anyways, guys, so that was the last game that I'll give tips on, just because the 3 on my main account, I'm gonna play them now, but you'll see I just kind of steamrolled everyone. So at this point I was just kind of playing around, trying to see if I can get the last bar, but just using fast pass, but I didn't line them up correctly, so kind of slacked it, but whatever. Anyways, in conclusion, like I said earlier, don't underestimate the ranged units, especially because the superhero cards are all really powerful. So even if you have them, level 4, 5s, or whatever the case, they're still pretty strong. So and all the war cries and all the charges and all that stuff, make sure you use them as efficiently as possible. As you've seen in the last 3 games, I've done a couple of the combos and they just decimate everything. So just use those as efficiently as possible, and even if your opponent has some lulls on you, you're still gonna be able to win like I was able to. So if you guys have any questions or any feedback, I always appreciate that. So thank you guys for watching.
Initiated. You won't like me when I'm angry. Super Craig. I am mighty and minty.
These claws shred flesh.
I know you are meaningless. I have failed.
Stop cheating. You'll never see me.
Coward before me, FPS heroes. Take this, Freddy. Don't be so rough.